making goals, and how everybody's super excited at first. It's January 1. Some of you have started on your goals today, maybe just writing them down or creating that vision of where you want your life this year. Maybe you're making some health goals. Maybe you're making some financial goals. Maybe you're making some spiritual or mindset goals, some investment goals. And you're super pumped today. So you're hanging around the house, maybe doing some spring cleaning, maybe doing some food prep because you want to eat more healthy. So it's day 1. And everybody's super pumped and you're doing it. But where do we see ourselves in 30 days or 60 days? Maybe today you went to the gym. You're like, yes, I'm ready to get some physical activity going, and you're setting that goal as well. And maybe you went today, but what happens in 30 days? What happens to most people is we feel super excited, we feel motivated and empowered and inspired January 1, maybe even through the 10th. But as we move into January 15 and so on, even after 30 days, what happens to people is they're not impeccable with their word. So they are lying to themselves because they're not meeting their goals. You've already fell out of the wagon. And so this is very common. In the title of the video, I say lots of people crash and burn. They start to feel guilty. They start to not trust themselves. And then that self-talk occurs and we start telling ourselves how inferior we are, how we don't ever follow through, why set a goal anyway, most people don't meet goals, and if they do, they're probably lucky. And then all this stuff that we start to share with ourselves, it becomes negative talk, okay? So then what happens to people is we start to set smaller goals, or we just retract back and not set them at all. Because why even set them? Because we lied ourselves, right? That's usually what's happening to people. But what I can tell you is that if you stop growing, you start dying. So this isn't a call out message. This is really a call to action live for you and I to start setting those goals and start growing. And how can we overcome this quit? How can we overcome this self-doubt and this inferior talk? So I want to talk to you today about that and share some personal experiences as well. I am not where I want to be, but thank God I'm not where I used to be. And I have been able to crush goals that I've set for myself over the last couple of years from a health perspective, spiritual perspective, mindset and investment, and financial. I believe in working all 4 pillars of your life. They're truly connected, and when one collapses, the other collapses. And by the way, relationships fall in under spiritual or mindset because that's important too. There's really kind of 5 pillars. Lots of people set goals for health. That's very common. You'll see people want to lose weight, hit the gym, tone up. That's a common thread. Many people look at finances. They want to make more money, save more money. How can we do that? And they have no blueprint. They set a goal with no blueprint. We'll talk about that today. And then some people set relationship goals, or I hope we are, looking at our marriages. Do we want to be stronger in our marriages? Do we want to be stronger in communication with our children? What kind of goals are we setting for family? Because let me tell you, when that's off balance, you can forget making money. You can forget losing weight. If your relationship goals are not being met and you're not improving and growing, it's really hard to do any other area of life, because to me they're all connected, but if one is off balance, the other will be as well. So that's the other issue. So there's a lot of people who set goals and they start retracting. I call it reclusing. They just kind of go in a hole. And I've been there when I couldn't set the goal because I would make the goal based on what other people said. So, and this applies to lots of people in business and finance. You'll hear leaders and other people tell you what your goal should be. Oh, I want to rank events. I want to make more money. I want to hit this mark. But is that truly what you want? Lots of people don't hit goals because they don't know what they want. You're allowing other people to tell you what you want, okay? And I lived in this. This is a personal experience of mine. I thought I wanted this because people were telling me to do this, but I wanted to write a book. So I wanted to be a published author, and all I could hear were voices and people telling me, why do you want to write a book? Who cares? Who cares what you have to say? Who would read your book? Who cares? And that was kind of the feedback I was getting from people that I trusted, mentors and coaches. Really sad. But I overcame. I set that goal. I wrote my book in 3 months. I was a published author in 4. But guess what I had to do? Hey, Carmen. Hey, thanks you guys for joining. I had to get trained. I had to get trained. It's a skill. How do we expect to do something? We want to set a goal. How are you going to get there? If you want to lose weight, how do you lose weight when you're eating the way you eat that you've been taught for 20, 30, 40 years? You got to get trained on how to eat, right? You got to go follow someone who has lost weight or who has an expertise and who's walking in that. So I had to find some people who have written books and pay to get trained. I had to invest in coaching. So then I had to figure out, I'm big on self-talk too, but I had to ask questions. I had to invest in myself. If I was going to do something different and I had never done it, I can set a goal all day and say I want to write a book. What are you going to do to write the book? You have to have an action plan, a blueprint. And let me tell you, it's going to require a coach and a trainer or both. Maybe the same person's a coach and trainer. But we all, okay, let's just use the example of losing weight. Okay, now I've lost 130 pounds. I had to hire a dietitian. I had to hire a nutritionist. I hired a coach. I had to hire people to teach me how to lose weight. If not, I would just be saying I want to lose weight and going on year 15, hadn't lost no weight. Now, I've lost weight before, but I gained it back. So those methods weren't working. A lot of things we try we might be trial and error, but guess what? You win when you don't quit because it's the process. If you set your goal to lose weight and you don't, but you followed through and you showed up and you hired a coach, you hired a nutritionist, you hired a personal trainer, and you showed up and you didn't lose weight, it was the process you went through. It could be that you need to test and measure, reevaluate. Maybe you need a different trainer, a different diet plan, a different dietitian. Maybe you need something different. It was a test and measure trial run, but you didn't quit. What happens to us is that we give up too soon. We don't go through the process. We don't hire the coach. Some of us never hire a trainer to develop skill that we need to learn something different, right? But we set a goal. So I'd love to hear some of your goals if you want to drop them in the comments. And I know a lot of people are not watching live today. It's New Year's. Most people are probably hanging out, cleaning the house, or watching television, or whatever people do. But you'll hear me on the replay. So with that, let's talk about financial goals. Lots of people make those. They want to make more money, save more money. You want to make that goal. How are you going to do that? How are you going to make more? How are you going to save more? Do you have a blueprint? Now, I'll tell you, it's 3 o'clock Eastern for me today, and I have been working since 9 a.m. at my desk working. Yes, it's New Year's Day. Kiwi, why aren't you like chilling? Because chilling does not make me money. Chilling does not help me improve my health. Chilling does not help me grow as a person. What are you doing today to grow yourself? Did you read a book? Did you watch a training? Did you hire a coach today? Did you make a decision that you want to get serious about your goals today, this year? Did you write your goals down? They're not resolutions. These are goals, right? So what are your goals for this year? And I'm just doing the live because most people, it's a common thread that January 1st, we set goals. I set goals every 30 days. I set goals with myself every 30 days, and then I have 6-month goals, yearly goals, 5-year plan, a 10-year plan. It is a process. How have I overcome this? How Am I still, you know, I'm not lying to myself. How can I stick to my goals? Because I've hired coaches and trainers to help me. I've invested in myself, okay? So here's some things that I had wrote down I want to make sure that I cover. The problem is with most people who quit is that we're programmed to quit. Oh my gosh, okay, how many people have tuned into television today? January 1, lots of people are off work. What are you doing with your time today? How many hours have you been in front of the television? That television programs you to quit and really to live through other people's dreams. You have no dreams. You're watching them live their dreams. And guess what? If you tune in, you're supporting it. You're supporting and paying for those people on television. And believe me, they make lots of money. They get coconut money. Have you ever heard of coconut money and beach money? That's making money while they're not there. They're not even there working. But people are watching them and supporting them and making them money. Crazy, crazy. Like my television has not come on today at all. And if I had my choice, they would be laying out in the front yard. But I do have a spouse who likes television. But anyway, and kids that like it. But the programming comes from the media to keep you inferior. It's normal to watch television all day. That's normal. What I've done all day is not normal. But successful people, let me tell you, successful people do not watch television. I know a guy who earns about $1 million a year in network marketing, and he's told me that he has never watched a full reality TV show from start to finish. He's never seen a movie from start to finish. So we want to be millionaires, but we're watching television. It doesn't work. So with that, the problem is that we have been programmed that it's okay to quit our goals. Oh, just tuck them away. It's the way it is. Everybody quits. People aren't successful. You got to be lucky. You're born into it. You got to know people to be successful. Let me tell you, all that's a crock. Because a lot of you know me just from high school. You know I was not born on the right side of the track to be successful. I started working at Burger King at 15 years old. I started babysitting at 13. So to have any type of financial success, it really wasn't in my blood, okay? My parents worked hard for everything. They were in furniture factories and mills, and I can remember living rough as a child. So the thing is, that's just not true. It's the one who works the longest. It's the one who works the hardest and stays after it. And the ones who invest their money, coaches and trainers, okay? So the other thing that I said is that we're told not to get a coach. How many of us have been told you don't need a coach? Why would you need a coach? You're not playing football. See, I would think, why would you think you wouldn't need a coach? If you don't want to be where you're at this time next year, you better think different. You better follow somebody that can teach you skill, or you're going to be sitting right where you're at in a year. The same way or worse. You'll be either worse off or the same. I guarantee it. Okay. And then some people are told, why do you need to take a training? After high school, you don't need any more education. College, that's it. Let me tell you, successful people who they lose weight, they make money, their relationships are great, their marriages are great, their relationships with their children are great. Those people who meet goals and have a successful, happy life in all areas, spiritual growth, they have trainers. They've been trained. You're trained and polished. Communication skills, that is a skill. We're not born with that. We have to learn and grow. If we're not being trained and we're not being groomed, we're dying. Because the television is not teaching you anything. So we've got to stay in tune. The other thing that I wrote up in my title here, I want to make sure I address. We must grow and get uncomfortable even if we don't see a win. This is where most people quit. They're like, okay, well, I hired a personal trainer, I hired a dietitian, a nutritionist, I've been at this deal for 90 days. I've lost 2 pounds. I'm mad because we live in a fast microwave society that we think, oh, I got to have it now, slap it on a credit card. I got to have it now, Nugget. I got to have it now, and there's no process. This is the programming, okay? This is what makes us feel good. Let me tell you, losing weight, if that's a goal for you, takes years. Somebody asked me, how did you lose weight so fast? I've been trying to lose weight for 5 years, every day, doing what I got to do to lose weight. Now I have to do what I got to do every day to maintain it. It is a process. I had a coach tell me once, I'm like, I'm really, really changing. My mind is growing. And he said, you're like in a metamorphosis. It truly is a metamorphosis. You will be a different person with staying with the process. You got to stay with the process. You can't quit in 90 days. You can't quit in a year. Somebody told me, well, I want to make money in network marketing. Make it a 10-year plan. You don't make money in a week. You might, but you might not. So what, are you going to quit if you don't make money in a week? No, I've been up and after network marketing and building my businesses over 8 years. I have a 10 and 20-year plan with my business. Businesses take time to grow. You have to go through a process. Can you make some fast cash? Can you really go do something big? Yeah. But if you don't, are you going to quit? I hope not, because it's a process. But people quit too soon. They give up way too soon before they go through the process. I follow Gary Vee a lot. I love his coaching on Facebook training and social media. And he's like, it's never about the money. It's not even about the win. It's about the process. He can't wait to see the person he becomes in a year after he fills his mind with good stuff, training, coaching, mentorship. That's what it's about. It's the process. Okay, so the last thing is that I just say that, okay, so I went through that. Many people don't go through the process, must grow and get uncomfortable. So that's the other thing. People don't want to be uncomfortable. We're like robots. We get in our car, we go to the same job, we do it over and over. We come home, we cook dinner, we watch TV, it's all comfortable. You know what you're supposed to do at work, you know what you're supposed to do at home. You don't need to learn nothing else. You don't need to do anything else. You definitely don't need to hustle nothing. And you don't need to get rejected. You're just in your little bubble. Let me tell you, little bubble keeps you from growing. If you're not growing, you're dying. Understand that. It is the way it is. Not Kiwi's rule. This is the universal law. You're not growing, you're dying. So think of that. I hope this live was helpful for you. I hope that you will set some goals for yourself and stick with it. Go through the process. Don't quit. Hire a coach, hire a trainer, and turn off the television. Turn off the television, even if you turned it off for an hour a day and weaned off of it. By the way, it's highly addictive, so you'll have to come off of it like you do a drug or smoking cigarettes or drinking alcohol. It's just like an addiction. So come off of it and give yourself some wins of saying, I'm going to just not watch it an hour a day less, and pull back and see what happens. These small little golden nuggets I'm giving you here would save you time and energy and things that I've learned along the way through my experiences of being able to set goals and hit them, crush them. Because I've been there where I set goals and I'm like, I know I'm a good person. I know that I work hard. I know I'm not lazy. What the heck? I can't hit these goals. This is some reasons. I would give up too soon. I did not hire coaches or trainers. I tried to do it on my own. I didn't finish the process all the way through. I thought something was wrong with me. I thought I was a loser. I felt guilty. I was a moron, whatever. And all this self-talk kept me inferior. So then I took action on some of these steps that I'm sharing with you today, and it's truly changed my life. So now I'm able to crush my goals. Yes, I've set goals today, and I'll set some more in 30 more days. And I love coaching and helping and mentoring people to crush their goals too. So with that, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them in the comments below. I will reach out to every person. And if you want to talk to me in private, feel free to private message me as well. If you would like to work with me, I would love to work with you. So let's do a consultation. It's completely free. Just message me through private inbox here through Facebook, and I will set up a time to talk to you as well so we can evaluate your goals and have you crushing them. Don't be sitting in the same spot next year. We can start today, take an action, and you can truly crush your goals this year and into 2020. Next year, you'll know how to go set goals and crush them. With that, be blessed. Thanks for joining in and watching. I'm truly grateful for your support. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.